Strong, healthy feet are the foundation of a strong, healthy body. So in this quick workout, you're going to bring mobility and strength to your feet and also your core, including your pelvic floor. So let's get started. You definitely want to have something under your knees for padding, unlike the rocks and sand that I'm showing here. But we're going to begin by tucking the toes under and sitting on your heels. So you're flexed at the ankles, your toes are tucked under you, and you're sitting on your heels. This is a deep stretch for the bottoms of the feet, and so you need to distract yourself. I encourage you to massage out your jaw muscles, breathe deeply. You can even massage out your feet. You can kind of tip side to side. Anything you want to do to really distract yourself from the discomfort of this pose, which can be a lot, especially if you have tight feet from wearing shoes often, or maybe you're a runner or a walker. So take 1 or 2 more nice deep breaths, and then we'll move into our next foot mobility exercise. All right, let's do that now. So come onto your hands, and you're gonna flatten your feet on the ground. So the tops of your feet are flat on the ground. I want you to inhale and then exhale all your air out and pull your belly button toward your spine. So strong core, and then lift your hips up. Your sitting bone lifts toward the sky. Your knees are bent, and this is stretching the front or the tops of your feet. All right, release down. We're gonna do that again, but first, let's do another round of that toe sit. So tuck your toes under you, stretching out the bottoms of your feet, sitting on your heels, rolling out your shoulders. Make sure you're nice and tall and aligned, and maybe massage out your jaw muscles. Everything in the body is connected, so massaging the jaw, the shoulders actually impacts your entire body. It brings blood flow and circulation and health everywhere, including your pelvic floor, which is at the center of it all. So again, massaging out the shoulders feels really nice to me. You might want to take one hand and massage your opposite shoulder. And you can also reach down and massage the bottoms of your feet if they're starting to really, really feel it. Okay, let's go into that top of the foot stretch again. So flatten your feet on the floor, tops of your feet are on the floor. Exhale all your air out, pull the belly button to the spine, and then lift your hips up toward the sky. Sitting bones reach toward the ceiling, toward the sky, and play with how much you bend your knees. So this position will feel different for everyone. Really spread out your hands, bend your knees as much as you want, and stretching out the tops or the fronts of your feet. Okay, tuck your toes one more time just for a moment here, and then we're gonna move into an entirely different pose, strengthening your glutes with bridge pose. So come down through your side onto your back. And bridge pose is actually a great pelvic floor strengthener. It activates the pelvic floor 56% more effectively than a Kegel. So inhale, and as you exhale, lift your hips up off the ground. Hips are nice and high and lifted. And you're gonna lift your heels. So slow and controlled heel lifts. Your feet are right under your knees. If you need to adjust your feet, go for it. But lift and lower just your heels. Okay, let's do another couple of heel lifts, and then we're gonna move on to toe lifts. So adjust your feet if needed, maybe walk them forward or back an inch or two. Keep your hips high and lifting the toes off the ground and then setting them down. Lift and lower just the toes. One last lift of your hips, hold it, and then lower down and release. Totally relax. Bring your knees to your chest, breathe deeply. Let your butt muscles relax, let your feet muscles relax. Everything relaxes and releases. Inhale nice and big, and then exhale, lift those hips up, roll the hips up off the floor. We're gonna start with our heel lifts. So toes stay down and heels come up. Feeling this in your calf muscles, and of course the little muscles of your feet are working and moving too. All the joints are moving, everything is moving and strengthening and gaining mobility. Keep the hips lifted as we transition into toe lifts. So lift the front of your feet up off the floor and set the front of your feet down. This is strengthening your shins and also the feet. Keep your hips lifted the entire time. It's working the glutes and the pelvic floor, and keep breathing as much as you can. Keep the hips up off the floor and then roll everything down and release. Nice job. Take some deep breaths as you stretch out and mobilize the hips and release the butt muscles. You did an awesome job. When you're done, roll onto your side and come up to sit. And remember that everything in the body is connected, and that strong, healthy foundation of your feet is going to help everything feel more balanced and aligned in your body. So do this workout regularly and see how good you can feel. I'll catch you next time.